Okay, so next example 2. So the example for general definition of Macaulay duration. So determine the Macaulay duration, MACD, for a 10-year bond with 8% annual coupons at 5% yield. So think about the time diagram. So we have 10 years, so we have 10 cash flow, 1, 2, 3, up to 10. And this is 8% annual coupons it has. So we have $8 each at time 1 to 10. Then finally we get $100 at time 10. Yield rate is 5%. So what's MACD? So MACD is equal to weighted average. So think about the present value for each. So this $8, we have 8 times V. Next $8, we have 8 times V square is present value, and so on. So we continue up to 8V10. Then finally, we have redemption value 100. So 100 times the V to the power 10. How about numerator? So we want to take average of this 1, 2, 3 up to 10. So 1 times present value of this cash flow, that is 8V, and 2 times 8V square, 3 times 8V cube, up to 10 times 8 times V10, and also we have the 10, so 10 times 100 times V10. So this is Macaulay duration. So after that, this is just algebra. So we want to calculate this. But you can see that this is, okay, so just focus on this cash flow. This is actually the present value of increasing annuity. So we start with 8, then 8, the 2 times 8, 3 times 8, up to 10 times 8. So this is actually the 8 times increasing annuity of 10 payments at 5%. And finally, we have the last term, so 10 times 100 times V to the power 10. V is 1.05 inverse. So then how about the denominator? So denominator is simpler. Denominator is 8V squared to 8V10. So this is exactly the present value of annuity immediate. So this is 8 times annuity immediate 10 years at 5%. Then finally the 100 times V to the power 10. So we can calculate this by formula. So what is in the increasing annuity formula? So this is basically increasing annuity with P is equal to 1 and the Q is equal to 1. So we have the standard form, so increasing annuity 10. So P is equal to 1 and Q is equal to 1. So this is what? So this is, okay, so we have 8 here, then 8 times 5%, so 0.05 in the denominator, then 1.05 times A right angle 10 at 5%. So original formula, we have the P times A right angle 10, but that is this one part. Sorry, the 0.05 part, 0.05 part, okay. Then the next, the Q part, the Q part is Q times the A right angle 10 minus the 10 times V10 over 0.05. So if you add up these two terms, this just becomes this entire the fraction. Then plus 100 times 10 times, so actually 1000 times V to the power 10. Then denominator, that is A times A right angle 10, 5%. this is quick in BA2 plus, and plus 100v to the power 10. So now that we can calculate everything in a calculator and put all numbers, then we get this as 7.54. Okay, so 7.54 year is the answer. So this is 10-year bond, so duration is less than 10 years, and actually this is 7.54 years. Okay, so this is the definition. This is an example of the Macaulay duration. And you can see that this increasing annuity formula is often useful for Macaulay duration. So often remembering this, the IA right angle n is useful to calculate Macaulay duration. Okay, see you then.